Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Anime Tokoyo podcast. I'm your host Neru, and today I'm here with my two co-hosts, Ayumi and Yume.
Hi!
Nice. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to be talking all about the first couple episodes that have aired for the new summer 2021 anime.
To make things easier, we have made a rating system or like a way for us to tell you guys what we think of a show in a much more easier way. So, to explain it, we're gonna rate a show kind of like how a flower grows. If we say the show is in the seed package, or like we rate it as a seed package, it means the person hasn't watched it yet, or right now they just don't feel like it's the right time to check out the anime. It could be because, it just isn't their type of show, they're watching too many animes right now, or they're just waiting for it to be completed then binge it. It just doesn't mean like a show is bad, or that it could just mean, right now just isn't the time for them to plant the seed or to watch the anime. And then next we have the seed planted. So when we say, or if we rate it as a seed planted or just a seed, it means that we checked out the show at least the first episode. It did not grow on us, or we just didn't know where the show was heading after watching the first episode, the first couple episodes. We're having mixed feelings towards it. It might not just, we may just find out it wasn't our type of show. That could be all it means if we say it's the seed. Next we have the stem. So it just means like, it grew some leaves. It's growing. The show starting to grow on us. It did get kind of interesting. We're kind of actually excited and looking forward to where the show's heading. If we finished the show already and we still rate it a stem, it could mean the show was alright. It was decent, but it was not bad. It was watchable. If we say a show, we see flower buds, it means that the show was surprisingly good. We enjoyed it, but of course, it could have been better in some parts. Some scenes could have done better, or the plot could have been better at certain points. But overall, it was good. So that's what it means when we say, it's buds or flower buds rating for us. If it's half bloom, or it means like the batch of flowers, half of it bloom, it means that the show was great. We enjoyed almost every moment of it. There were very minor details where we think it could have done better or done differently, but overall the show was amazing. If we say full bloom, it means that all the flowers bloomed. It was just subarashi desu. It was executed amazingly. It was beautifully done. It was everything we wanted and hoped for. It was just perfect. In a way, if we say it's full blossom, we just love the show. And that's our rating system, or just kind of like how we feel about a show.
Yep. Well, without further ado, let's get to it. The first one on our list is Tensei Shitara Slime Data Ken second season part 2. So my rating was a half bloom. So far, nothing much has happened yet, really. They're just at their meeting and talk about what to do next. But I was enjoying the show overall.
For me, I think it's more because I read a manga. I kind of know like what's gonna happen next, and I'm excited for what's going to happen with Clayman. But I'll rate it right now. The first couple episodes of season 2, part 2 of Tensura would be, flower buds. It's good. They just finished talking about what's their plan. How Rimuru is going to expose himself or tell the world who he is. So it's good. The setup is good. We're getting somewhere. What do you think, Naru?
It's a seed packet for me since I haven't watched it yet.
So the next show on the list is Genjitsu Shugi Yusha no Okoku Sai Kenki, which also known as How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. My rating for this show is currently it's just more of the seed planted. I did watch the first episode. I might just wait for it to be complete to binge it. The seed is not really growing for me right now. So I might check it out later.
Yeah, same for me. For me, the seed also planted. I checked out the first episode, but it hasn't really grown to me yet. How about you, Neru?
This one is more of a half bloom for me since I really like that he's really realistic and there's no. I mean, the entire show is just really realistic, as the title says. So, I guess it's not the type of shows where it goes, wait, really? It just follows the way of life, I guess. So, it's not bad. So, next up, we have Seirei Gensoki, also known as Spirit Chronicles. So, I haven't watched this one yet, so this is also going to be a seed packet from me.
This one for me, we watched the first couple episodes. I know me and Yumi did. I think it's between the seed being planted and stem, it's they start forming the roots, I guess, and it's about to grow some leaves, I guess, because I feel like the show is just getting started. This is kind of generic at the beginning, but I heard it's gonna get more interesting later on, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah,
same. We're still learning about characters so far and getting introduced to everyone else.
Yeah, I think last episode, he just left the kingdom after being accused, so you might have a time skip too. You might even grow older. We'll see where the show is heading.
The next one is Tsuki ga Michibiku Isekai Dochu, also known as Tsuki Michi Moonlit Fantasy. For me, I also say this show it's like a STEM. It's just I only watched the first few episodes right now. We're kind of still still getting introduced to all the other characters, and it seems kind of interesting so far.
I think for me, it's also a stem. It might become a flower bud, or flower buds might start forming. But the first episode was quite funny. Got some good laughs from it. Not sure will it be able to maintain the comedy and just keep it up from being too generic of an isekai show. What about you, Neru?
I just haven't watched a lot of these shows, huh? I was waiting for this show to finish airing first before binging it, since I like binging shows rather than waiting each week for shows to come out. Yeah, So, yeah, it's a seed packet since I haven't watched it yet either.
Alright. The next show on the list is Kobayashi-Sanchi no Maid Dragon S, which also known as Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S. For me, this show is currently a seed package. But I did see a lot of good reviews or comments on it. I will check it out maybe when it's completed too. What about you guys?
Seed package too.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this show, but I haven't had time to start it yet. So it's also a seed package. Next up, we have Tante wa mou shindeiru, also known as The Detective is Already Dead. I haven't started this one yet. What do you guys think about it?
We did watch up to the latest episode, which is episode 3. I guess for me, the seed is planted. I do not know where the show is heading. Having mixed feelings about it. Will it keep my interest? What about you, Yumi?
The seed is also planted for me since I'm not really sure where the show is going right now. The next one on the list is Otome Game no Famitsu Flag Shikanai Akuyaku Reijou ni Tensei Shite Shimatta X, also known as My Next Life as a Villainess All Routes Lead to Doom X.
Such a long title, Ayumi.
For me, I personally enjoy this show. I guess it's like half bloom for me. Like, the show is great, and I enjoy every episode. Like, it's enjoyable to watch. I mean, and so far we're also going to get into a pretty good part where she got kidnapped and we meet new characters. How about you, Yume?
For me, I also love My Next Life as a Villainess. I really enjoyed it. I think Buds, just the first couple episodes, I say it's flower buds just because the show is like getting set up. We're starting to meet the new characters. We just saw like Serena, I think that's her name. Her butler is evil or has some other plans for them. So it's getting interesting for sure. It's getting good, and I do expect it to be half bloom. Maybe even like all the flowers to be bloomed. But we'll see in the next couple episodes that's going to be coming. But I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's getting good. What about you, Neru? Is this also in the package, or do you start?
No, I started this one. So this one is more of a half bloom for me, since I love how it builds off, the last season, and it talks about dark magic. They're not just, shoving it under the floor after what happens in the first season. So I look forward to this, meeting a lot of characters, and we're finally getting into the action.
Next show on the list is Bokutachi no Remake Our Life. So for this show, for me, it's seed package. I will maybe binge after it's completed. I know you and Ayumi are also watching it, so you guys are telling me of how relatable it is, so I'm definitely check it out maybe once it's completed.
For me, the show is kind of on the STEM stage. I mean, it's starting to grow on me, and like I'm starting to see some character development with our MC, and yeah, it's okay for now.
Okay, so for me, this one is my very first full bloom. Woohoo! And I think the first full bloom of this season, or the first full bloom of this episode. So I really liked how in the beginning it already drew me in. Like, they started off with Kyoya in the past, and then watching him struggle, and then he comes back into his past life 10 years into the past. And then you meet all the important characters, and then it's just really nice. I like it. Totally recommend. Okay, so the next anime on our list is Kanojo mo Kanojo, also known as Girlfriend. So to me, this one, but I don't really like it. But it's okay. I'll continue watching it. Maybe my opinions on it would change. What about you guys?
For me, I'm kind of between the seed planted and STEM stage. I mean, some of the morals can be questionable, but some scenes in the show are actually quite funny, so I guess you can take it as a comedy show.
Yeah, for me, it's like a STEM, but yeah, the moral of the show is questionable, of course. Definitely, you're talking about what is what he's doing right or wrong. There could be a whole good conversation or debate about that. But are we just watching the show for the comedy and just focusing on how illogical and even unreasonable some of the characters are? It's just super funny. Like the first episode, you would never expect the MC guy in a harem to just straightforwardly just say, I want to date both of you. Like, straightforward, just tell the two girls. I was just shocked. I was like, wow. And then the two girls actually are all right with it. I guess at first Saki was like, no, you're crazy and stuff. She somehow submitted to all this craziness. And then Saki's really cute and funny too. And I got some cute laugh just watching how, some of their thought process works. Especially how Saki just start imagining things. Her imagination is just, I just can't stop laughing. What about you, Aya, on that part? I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, the misunderstandings are very funny.
Yes, the misunderstandings. Like the last episode was about lunch, eating lunch. So they're thinking like how eat lunch all together. I'm just like, why can't they just eat lunch all together? Why do they need to find a place to hide? It's not like people walk by and there's like a board on their head that say, we are having a threesome. But they're just like finding places to hide in like bathrooms, storage rooms. I'm just like, you guys can just say we're your friends. Come on here.
Honestly, I'd be more suspicious if I see 3 people inside a bathroom together.
Yes, exactly. What I'm saying is like they're acting suspicious. So it's like the comedy of this is just how illogical they are. It's just like, what are you thinking?
I wonder, is he gonna fall in love with like the other 2 characters in the cover? Because if they are all of them gonna be in the bathroom together and eating lunch there?
They find a storage room, I guess. That could work. I haven't seen the other 2 girls yet, so hard to say. But I mean, those 2 girls are, they're cute.
Yeah, wonder what's gonna be the reaction when he asks about the other 2 girls. Well, the next one on our list is Peach Boy Riverside. For me, the show is, I guess it's a bud. I mean, I kind of find it kind of unique, about the Peach Boy story, and the guy Mikoto he seems quite edgy. Like he doesn't seem like a totally good guy in like those hero shows or anything. So I'm kind of curious about his background story as well.
Yeah, for me, probably a stem or flower buds start forming just because I just learned the order of the episodes. The director changed it, and then because the last episode didn't make too much sense to me. It was like I think it was episode 2, right? The town was destroyed, and then everyone was in shock. And then next episode, that commander is suddenly in a tournament, and I'm just like, what just happened? You guys were all in shock. So that's a little bit kind of messing me up. But hopefully it gets better. I mean, the action looks good. The story's interesting. The characters, glowing eyes, glowing peach eyes, whatever they're called. I mean, it must mean that our characters are OP. I'm looking forward to some amazing moves. What about you, Neru?
This one is a bud for me since the action is really nice and the fight scene and all that stuff is very nice. But then there's that thing about the episodes getting kind of confusing, So, but I think it's not bad right now. Mainly the fight scenes pop out to me. And then all those nice eyes, fire eyes, very nice.
Well, the next one on our list is Hyakuma no Inochi no Ue ni Ore wa Tate Iru, second season, also known as I'm Standing on a Million Lives, second season. For me, I guess the show's also a bud. I actually really like the show. Like the MC guy's also quite edgy, and his moral can also be quite questionable. Like he thinks the useful ones should live in this world, and he doesn't mind sacrificing other people just to get what he wants. And so far, we also have a new member joining the team. So yay! Hope to see where the show goes, and maybe we'll learn more about the world as we watch the show. How about you, Maneru?
I definitely think the show, has a lot of potential. I feel definitely quite underrated this season. I would rate it I want to say buds, and it might even become a half bloom for me. I really like the main character. I mean, of course, his beliefs and morals are questionable. He's not a typical MC where he's like, I got to save the world and everyone. He's like, let's be logical here. Let's save the people that should be saved. He even, I think last episode he was like, we could replace the new guy and the mage girl. She's like, they're replaceable. I'm like, wow, hurtful. Yeah. But the show is definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to how they're gonna defeat the orcs, right?
Yeah.
The ogres.
Okay, so here's the thing. I haven't watched it yet either. I'm waiting for it to complete so that I can binge it, just like all the other ones that I've been... just like all the other ones in the beginning that I haven't watched yet. I'm just more of a binge type of person, I guess.
That's alright. I definitely understand. The next show is Vanitas no Carte, which also known as the case study of Vanitas. So for me so far, I think it's a half blue. I am really enjoying it. Yeah, I really like the characters. It seems like Noe and Vanitas will make great partners in crime. I'm definitely looking forward to learn more about the blue vampire and the red moon vampire, and I like. Hopefully, Vanitas is really truly want to help the red moon vampires that are corrupted by returning their names. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to learn more. Looking forward. The animation, the colors, the details are really good so far. The music too. What about you, Ayumi?
Also a half bloom or bud for me. I'm enjoying the show so far. Yeah, as you said, great animation, and I'm loving Vanitas.
Yeah, this one is also the same half bloom for me, since the art and the graphics are gorgeous. Oh my god, they're so pretty. And then I also look forward to learning more about, the characters and then their backstory, especially for some of them. Yeah, definitely looking forward to how this show would develop. Alright, so next up we have Mayq Black Company, also known as the Dungeon of Black Company. So I'm waiting for this one to finish airing too so that I can binge it. So I haven't started it yet. What do you guys think of it?
For me, I get the show is like on the STEM stage. I'm still watching it and trying to see where it's going, but it seems quite interesting so far. And watching how he's trying to build back up a company. Like in the last episode, he met the ants, and it was funny how he was like creating a protest for the ants to go against the queen.
Yeah, same. Just looking forward to how his company is. Of course, the MC. His behavior is questionable. Not the best boss I want to work for. I mean, he's against his own black company too. The next show on the list is Shinigami Tokuro Maid, which also known as The Duke of Death and His Maid. This show was surprisingly, I would say, flower buds for me. I wasn't expecting much of the show when I read the summary. I was like, is it one of those harem show, or maybe, one of those shows? I was expecting it to just be like STEM or Sea Planet, but it was actually quite good. I mean, yes, the maid does some stuff, but technically they both are a couple. Their feelings for each other seems mutual. They would probably have gotten married if it weren't for the young master's curse where he can't touch anyone. So, I mean, it does kind of get depressing too, or sad, just knowing, he wants to cherish her, he wants to, he wants to do stuff for her, but, he can't because he can't touch anything, he can't even hold her, can't even hold her hand. or hug her. So that, that part's kind of sad. I hope they do undo his curse.
Yeah, same. For me, it's like between stem and bud. It's starting to grow on me, and it can be quite sweet and quite sad as well. The CGI animation isn't too bad either, so I can't like it. How about you, Neru?
I think the show is kind of cute, to me at least, the romance aspect. Yeah, it is kind of sad that they can't touch each other, but I think this show, I would rate it a bud, since it's romance, and I like romance.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I hope Bo-chan can break the curse so that he can be with Alice. And get quite depressing sometimes watching how they can't be together. They will make such a cute couple. Okay, so the next one is Kusushi no Slow Life. Isekai ni Tsukuro Drugstore, also known as Drugstore in Another World, the Slow Life of a Cheap Pharmacist. For me, the show is in a C package. I haven't checked that out yet, but I might start watching it once the show is complete. How about you guys?
For me, C package.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either, but I was planning to do so in the next couple days. So maybe my rating of it would change soon.
The next one on our list is Megami Ryo no Ryobokun, or also known as Mother of the Goddess Dormitory. For me, the show is a C package. I haven't checked it out yet. How about you guys?
Same, C package.
Yep, same.
Then the next one is Mahoka Koko no Yutose, The Honor at Magical High School. This show is also a C package for me again. I have not checked it out yet.
Also C package for me. What about you, Neru?
Same for me. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. So, the next one is Deate Gobyo de Battle. Battle game in 5 seconds. So, I haven't watched this yet. So, what do you guys think about it?
I watched the first couple episodes. For me, I think it's a STEM. They're still introducing the characters. Of course, we introduced the MC so far, and he's kind of like, how to say it? Kind of like I'm standing on a million lives. Those type of MC where, they're not a typical MC where they're about saving everyone, saving the world, stopping this game. This game is wrong. He's actually enjoying the game. He's excited for it. I think he will definitely become friends with his team that we just saw, but I'm not sure will his, thoughts change or feeling change. What about you, Ayumi?
For me, I guess the show is like a bud. I enjoy watching these kind of shows where it's like a survival game and all that stuff. I am kind of curious about what did they gain after this game. I think they said that they're all dead already, so is there a prize in the end even? Or why are they fighting for?
I guess they get to live. And the next show on the list is Scarlet Nexus. I'll say the show right now for me is I think it could be a STEM. I really like the uniforms. The uniforms are very cool, the designs. But beside that, the monsters are also really cool. They're all like a flower rating system. But beside that, stories are a bit generic. They're fighting these aliens or others that are monsters are attacking. yeah, we'll see where the show goes. There are some mystery, and I think the last episode I watched was episode 2. I know the show's episode 3 already. It seemed like one of the friends got attacked, so it might become flower bud soon.
For me, the show is at the seed planted stage. I'm still seeing where it's going so far. How about you, Nedu?
This one is more of a seed planted stage for me too. I watched only the first episode, but I'll continue watching it to see how the show will develop as it continues.
And the next one on our list is Shiroi Suna no Aquatope, also known as the Aquatope on White Sand. For me, the show is a seed package right now. How about you guys?
It's also a seed package for me right now, but I am seeing a lot of good reviews on it. We might binge it later or even check it out soon.
This one is more of a bud for me. I've only just started watching it, but idol anime are my cup of tea, so this one is not bad, and I look forward to seeing how it will develop, since music, idol, very nice, my cup of tea.
Next show on the list is Sonny Boy. I know I was gonna check it out this week, but I wasn't able to. So right now it is a seed package for me. Maybe I'll just wait for it to fully come out and binge it, or I check it out these couple of days. Hopefully I find the time to.
Yeah, same. For me, it's a seed package. I haven't had a time to check it out yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched this one yet either, so maybe soon though. It looks pretty nice. Okay, so next up we have Remade, the water polo anime. So this one is actually pretty good, so I'd say half bloom for me, since I guess we're starting to see him. Well, I only watched the first episode, so I can't say much, but I hope he gets back into water polo. I mean, it seems like he's drawn to it, so we'll see how this goes.
The show's in a seed package for me. I haven't started yet, but I think I'll just watch it once all the episodes are out.
I have watched the first couple episodes, I think the first 2. I would say it's a seed planted or stem. It might even become flower bud soon. Just depends on how where the show's heading. Of course, at the beginning, our MC lost his memory, doesn't know how to do water polo, and is learning everything from the start. But sometimes good sport teams always touch me. It seems like everyone on his team are very nice, they're very supportive. They're trying to get this new team member who joined another sport. I'm guessing they'll find ways to bring him into water polo. Looking. I guess once they actually start doing matches, maybe, or start water polo, or the team all actually get together, it's easier for me to really rate the show. The next show on the list is Higurashi no Nakukoro ni Sosu. So Higurashi When They Cry Sosu, or the 5th season of Higurashi. I'll say right now the show is like the seed planted or maybe a stem, just because the show right now is exactly the same as the last season, like the story and the order. But right now we're just following Satoko's and the person who's infected with the syndrome, and seeing the infectee's perspective and what happened, that we didn't see last season, what's going on.
Yeah, same. The seed planted for me. Still seeing where it'll continue off of after all this.
I really am just really looking forward to Rika facing Satoko about, hey, do you just torture me like this?
Yes,
really?
yes.
It's like, OMG, it's like you guys were just, I feel bad for Rika again. Satoko is a little bit up there, really up there. What about you, Neru?
I haven't watched it yet, so it's a seed packet. Woohoo.
And the next one on our list is Uramichi Onisan, also known as Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan. For me, this show is a full bloom because I absolutely love the show. It's like so relatable, and it's the show I'm looking forward to every Monday.
For me, I want to say it's a full bloom too, but I might just be rating it too early, too soon. Because I also really enjoyed it. Definitely a half bloom or full bloom. Really relatable. Kind of dark comedy. I don't know if I'd be laughing. I probably am laughing at myself because it's so relatable. You know, and it's just like kids are learning, real hard lessons, reality check, from Uramichi Onisan. I am loving all the characters. I even bought the manga because I really enjoyed it.
So I guess this one is a borderline between a half bloom and a full bloom. I definitely look forward to this show every week. It's pretty funny, but it gets depressing at times. Like, he's just constantly ripping into himself and all that. And then the kids also rip into him and then all that stuff. So it's definitely something on the darker side, not usual comedy, not the usual lighthearted comedy that we're used to seeing. But it's not bad. It's really relatable, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's also funny, laughing at his misfortune and also my misfortunes that are very relatable. So, yeah, it's not that bad. It's actually really funny, depending on your type of humor, I guess. If you like darker, soft, depreciating humor, then this one is for you.
The next show is Nighthead 2041. I only watched the first episode. Currently, I'll say the seed is planted. I watched the first episode. It seems like it will get more interesting. Nothing much really happened besides knowing how this world works and our characters. So we'll see how it goes.
Same, seed planted for me.
And I haven't watched it yet, so seed packet from me. So next up, it is D-Side Traumere, the animation. I haven't watched this yet, but I do it for the ending, Rondo singing the ending, so I'm definitely gonna pick this one up soon. What do you guys think about it?
For me, the seed is planted. The animation is pretty good, actually. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's anything that's too amazing yet, but it seems okay so far. I'm still seeing where the show is heading.
Seed package for me.
The next one is Kageki Shoujo. For me, the seed is packaged. I haven't started the show yet.
Same, it's seed package for me too, but I heard it's quite dark. Or what about you, Neru? I think you started it, or you planted a seed?
So, Kageki Shoujo is more of a STEM for me, since we've met all the characters and, have their side of their backstory, why they started acting. And then, yeah, I think it's not that bad, but sometimes the characters are just kind of sad, especially Narata Ai, who has her sad backstory, and then we have Sarasa's side of the backstory too. So, yeah, it's definitely not the type of bright anime that you were looking for, but it's not too bad. I look forward to seeing where this would go.
Then we have Love Live Superstar. Sally, is a seed package for me.
For me, I watched the first episode, so I guess at the seed planted stage, still seeing where it's going. How about you, Neru?
I've been very looking forward to this anime, and it definitely didn't let me down. I say it's a half bloom from me, since we met the characters, and then they're all super cute. Their voices are very nice in the opening and the ending. And yeah, I look forward to seeing where this goes. I'm very sad that Kanon was too nervous and didn't make it into the music program. But it seems like she's decided that she's going to continue singing and become a school idol. So I look forward to seeing where this is going to go.
The next one on the list is Idolish 7, third B. It is still a seat package for me, but I know Ayumi and Neru were excited for it, and I'm sure they have already watched it. So, what do you guys think of it?
For me, I guess the show is between Bud or Half Bloom. Like, each episode is very angsty, and it's foreshadowing something bad is about to happen, and I just don't want it to come so soon. How about you, Neru?
This is another full bloom one for me. I've been very looking forward to this since Idolish 7 is known for not being their happy-go-lucky idol anime. But I really like it so far. We're getting a lot of tension with the Chiba Salon, and then also with Zool, we're meeting all the characters from Zool who happen to hate the other main characters from Idolish 7, Rebound and Trigger. So it's tension on top of tension. It's definitely going to be very fun, and I look forward to seeing how it's going to happen.
The next one is Suki Pro the Animation, second season. This one, the seed is planted, as expected from the last season, especially from Suki Uta. It's definitely slice of life. Unlike Idol 7, it's much more upbeat, or it's definitely more wholesome, I would say. But I might save it to binge later. The music is good. Their new costume looks nice too. What about you guys?
Same, the seed is planted.
And you, Neru?
Yeah, same. The seed is planted, and I look forward to seeing how this goes. But I might just stop and wait for it to finish airing before I binge watch it. Okay, so next up we have Obey Me, the animation. So I think this one is a half bloom from me. I played the game and I really enjoyed it, so I look forward to how the anime was going to go too, and it definitely didn't disappoint.
For me, it's definitely Flower Buzz, maybe even Half Bloom, but it's really hard to rate because it's only 5 minutes. I remember I started a game, but I really didn't get far into it. I started playing again just because how cute the brothers were in the first episode. Like the anime made them very wholesome and funny to watch.
Same, Buzz for me.
And I think that should wrap up all the new animes that came out this season. We will talk about the continuing animes from last season in another video, such as Tokyo Avenger, To Your Eternity, Boku no Hero Academia 5th season, another time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Anime Tokoyo Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button below.
See you next week.
Bye! And leave comments below on what anime you're watching right now and what you think about some of the animes that have been released.